Well, San Francisco's November ballot just got shorter. A judge issued a final ruling today reiterating yesterday's tentative order. The proposed ban on male circumcision will no longer be decided by voters. ABC 7's Carolyn Tyler was in the courtroom for today's argument. She joins us now from the newsroom with more on this. Carolyn?
Well, Carolyn, the judge said she believes there's legitimate debate on both sides of the controversy, but that was not the issue before her today. And her ruling means the voters won't weigh in either unless it's overturned on appeal. They call themselves intactivists, meaning they believe the genitals of baby boys should remain intact, no circumcision before the age of 18. And they made that argument both outside the courtroom.
Personal consent rather than proxy consent is what's appropriate.
And inside, they were defending a proposed November ballot measure asking voters to ban the procedure.
In the city and county of San Francisco, one of the places in the world that protects human rights more than any in the world, we can come and we say, we have a right to reasonable health and safety requirements to protect our babies.
He says female circumcision is outlawed in this country. Why not for boys? But Superior Court Judge Loretta Georgi said this was not a discussion about the pros and cons of circumcision, but about the law.
This is an area that is preempted by state law,
which she says does not allow local governments to regulate medical procedures. And the judge said the option of trying to change the ballot language to target religious rather than medical circumcisions would violate the First Amendment.
It's a strongly held belief that circumcision is an obligation upon all Muslims to perform for their young boys.
Muslim and Jewish individuals and organizations had sued.
We didn't want to see Mr. Schofield legislate away our religious tradition.
And Lloyd Schofield is the man behind the proposed ballot measure. He says his group is likely to appeal the case. The case would need to be heard and resolved quickly because the Department of Elections needs to send ballot paperwork to the printers the first week in September.
Carolyn, how unusual is it to have an initiative removed from the ballot?
Well, I talked to John Arntz, he's the election director, and he says that challenges are not uncommon, but it is unusual to have a measure legally kicked off the ballot. He remembers only one in the past decade. He says that was Prop M back in 2004, which targeted affordable housing demolition.
All right, so they've lost the legal battle, at least for now. What about the court of public opinion on this?
Well, you know, they had to collect at least 12,000. They did collect more than 12,000 signatures from San Francisco residents, so those folks would presumably be on their side. And the Centers for Disease Control reports that nationwide, the percentage of parents choosing the procedure for their baby boys has dropped over the past decade.
All right, thanks, Carolyn. Carolyn Tyler reporting.